Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another night of racing on DTR. It's Wednesday, and we are here with Division 4. 19 drivers tonight, and the weather prediction is a full dry race and dry qualifying. Too bad, because usually these races are a lot more fun and exciting when it rains, but let's take it how it is. And we have a few questions tonight. One is, can Scotsman Jordan regained the lead in the championship in, well, I was about to say home territory, but it's basically home territory of his rivals. Yes, it's Great Britain, but it's still England, so he'd love to beat his English rivals in this race. Question number 2. Can Nelboy finally finish a race? We know you can do it now. You've been unlucky all season. Any other questions? Well, about the grid, unfortunately, Dopey is not around. And that's a shame, because he's really high in the standings, but actually having internet issues where there's no internet for him now. Hopefully next week. But he's the number 5 in the standings, and a very, very important member of the McLaren team that is leading the championship. But enough other drivers. So let's see who is out on track. Here we are with Enz. Enz, definitely one of the quicker and better drivers in this division. But also for him, finishing races is sometimes a bit difficult. Just testing if the sound of the race is okay, but it is. Enz is on our top lap. Let's follow him. He's usually one of the best qualifiers out there. Here in Sector 2, crossing the old start-finish line. Well, there is a yellow in turn 1-2. That one in fact ends. To Beckett's Chapel. Oh, Reeves is already out. That's early, not even having set a time. The young German who has been on fire this week, winning 2 Formula 2 races earlier this Monday. And it's Gunje, one of the top 6 drivers, opening here with a 127.7, and that's actually quicker than Enz. But if you look at Enz, he is on mediums, and a 27 on medium is actually really, really quick. And here we have Pole Master Alexander, 27.5. Well, Gunje is on a 27.7. Predicted pole time, it should be a low 27, around 27.2 or 1, perhaps even. I named Alexander the pole master as he's been on pole position 3 times earlier this season, that's basically his best performance, because he still got 0 points in the season. Let's follow Brandon here, the new championship leader after winning it in Monaco earlier this week. Oh, aborts his lap. Invalidated it, but I thought he'd do another one. Here we are on board with Andy DTR, the Romanian driver, is really on fire, winning 2 out of the last 3 races. Move up to P3 in the championship. Oh, I think this could be held up by Mikey here. Oh, definitely Mikey. That was actually pretty poor judgment there. That definitely has costed Andy DTR some time. .29.0 on mediums though. So let's follow Mikey, who is he on a hot lap? Yes, he is. He just started his hot lap. Smetanka, the Russian. He's even behind Mikey. So let's follow Mikey. Mikey drove in the Division 5 race yesterday, and that got him an 8th place. In a division that just gets stronger and stronger each week. Several other drivers on a hot lap now too, like Waza, No Boy. Mikey on hanger straight now up to stall. He invalidated this lap. Let's go to Smetanka. P6 for him, 28.3. Nell is also on the mediums, so it seems like both Mercedes drivers are looking to go for a reverse strategy tonight. .29, that's not really quick. As his teammate was 9/10ths quicker. I don't know. 1.1. Oh, well, look at that. We got Waza on pole. Good, because it's been a while since he's been on front row. He usually wins it when he's on front row, but so he could be like brothers with Alexander, who's now in P2. Both are phenomenal qualifiers, but usually really make mistakes in the races. Or unlucky, just how you want to name it. Here we are with Good on his 2nd attempt. Car number 2. He is down 6,000s in the first sector. Goes through Cups there. Beckett's, and then Chapel. Oh, Bennons' lap comes in. Interesting choice. What is Alexander doing? He's up at 10. And he needs to be, because for another pole position, which could be his 4th of the season, he needs at least a 10th, and I think it was a little improvement in the second run as well. And I think Enz will do too. Alexander, it validates his lap. Well, Racing Ryan is up to P4. And look at that. The championship leader, Brendan. 27.293. And I believe I predicted the pole time. A little bit quicker than this. I predicted 27.213. So I'm basically just 800ths off. Not bad. But it's not over yet. We can still improve on this time. And I think we might, although Brendan really is 3/10 up over anyone else. Any DTR? Oh, that should be a good time. Purple in sector 2. Well, meanwhile, Jordan on a 27.5 as well. Up in the mix, so all the names you'd expect are there. And there he is, Eddie DTR. 27.229. Wow, that's just 16 thousandths away from what I thought it would be. Next one, Enz aborted his lap. Filipino Pepper. What's he doing? He's driving slow. Skipper? Nope. Smetanka is just started his hot lap, but he needs a lot. He needs a second to fight for pole. He won't be fighting for pole, but it could be into the top 10. And he just need 3/10 for that. Let's switch to Mikey. No time yet for... Oh, and invalidated again. Well, I guess then we switch back to Smetanka. Smetanka invalidated as well and comes in. Is there anyone on a hot lap? Gunnar is. Gunnar. And he is doing so on mediums. Interesting choice. So he opts for a reverse strategy today. And with just over 3 minutes left, I think most drivers will come out for the final run. Brendan and Waza out on track. So is Alexander. What can Gunnar do? Oh, he's off the pace right now. So So let's switch to Alexander. He's on his hot lap. One of the best qualifiers of the season. Oh, and he's up 2 tenths. And he needs another 10 to be on pole. Let's see what he can do. Now down to the last corner. Oh, that is pole position. 27.172. So the Romanian back on pole position. Actually a full Romanian front row. Gunnar does not improve. Waza just started his final attempt, so did Enz. Looks like Skipper late starting his London only lap now. Mike is still on the out lap. Well, he doesn't even have set a time. Make sure you're going to start really from the back here, Mikey. Brandon still in sector 1. Let's see Waza. Jordan in sector 2. Waza is in sector 2. And sector 2. It is marginally quicker. Though I don't think he'll be on pole because he is going to need 4 tenths. And all he has left now is 2 corners. It does it! Wow, he finds 4 tenths in the last few corners. And Waza puts it on pole once more. Let's see what Enz can do. Can he improve? He does. Wow, 7 tenths off. But wait, it's not enough? It's not enough. And Alexander aborts his lap. It's Waza on the professional pole here. We still have Annie Duar, who's in P4 so far, and just needs a 10th to improve. Can he do that? Brandon... Oh, Brandon is also still in the mix. Oh, Annie Duar is 700s up, but he needs a few hundreds more to get on pole position. Comes up to it. He does it! 26.9. So, one of the last will be Brandon, and then we finally have Jordan, and I think Goon is up there as well. Brandon will be the first. And there's still a Merc. Here comes Enz, actually. What can he do? What can he do? Oh! Enz is on pole! 26.9, that is just 300s quicker. Jordan doesn't make it. Brandon doesn't make it. Wow. Enz on another pole position. And he is the final driver. No, we still have Skipper on track. But he is... No, he invalidated his lap and is going slow back to the pit lane. So another pole position for Enz. And on the front row with him is going to be Annie Duar and Waza and Brandon. And then on row 3 we have Alexander racing Ryan. Wow, it's a lot of English and Romanian drivers here. And the Scotsman Jordan is in P7. The first Dutch driver tonight is Goon in P9. We have Laith from Saudi Arabia in P13. We have Russia in P15. And it's a really bad day for the Germans. P17 and 19. I also want to remind Frischke Zaptis to be careful at the start this time. Don't do it like last season, where you had Bernie that stuck you in the wall, and well, given that Bernie is probably still in that same wall, try to make it to turn 1 at least today. Alright, so ends ending the war was Brendan, Alexander, Racing Ryan, Jordan, Mighty Goon, another Goon. We have Sushu, Jalapeno, we have Lath, via Skipper, the 7th Smetanka, Nailboy in P16, Frischke Zastis, Stoffgamer, and Riep. So we have 3 Germans, and they're all on the last 3 positions. That's not how you want to start a race, but let's see. Right, so any predictions from you who are following us on YouTube? I do see a lot of comments about Discord being glitched, not able to use. It was down for a while for me, but it is working again. I also know that for some others it is working once more, but still a few people in trouble. Predictions. Brent here says Brandon to win, and Elliot thinks Enz is going to win. Well, it sure was a good quali. We first of all have the formation lap. Quali was really close, but we have a few phenomenal qualifiers. Enz and Was are always quick, just like Andy Dewar, Brandon. I think they're better qualifiers than Brandon. Brandon is probably the better racer. Then we have Alexander, who's just top notch in quali, but yeah, he needs track time. He needs to get it together and get some points in. Well, for Jordan, however, also never the quickest qualifier. He's a bit like Brandon. Both phenomenal racers, know how to bring a car home, get the points in, get the podium in, and know how to drive a championship. Not just fight for a podium or win a race, but they know how to be consistent and get the big points in each week. Not sure what Andy Dewar is doing here, because he's leaving a major gap to the car in front of him. Oh, Brent would love to see Enz getting qualities like this in Formula 2, yeah. Don't we all? Thing is, in Formula 2, he has a few more great drivers on the grid, like yourself, Brent, like Wesley, like Bosmods, Bruma, and a few other quick drivers. So, despite Division 4 here is full of quick drivers, the Formula 2 grid is probably even quicker drivers. Right, so tires. The only driver in the top 10 and mediums is Gunnar, and for the rest outside the top 10, most are it's a bit split actually. The Williams drivers are splitting their strategy. Let's go. Here we are, the red lights. And off we go. Who has the best start? I think it's Ends. But Brandon is off to a good start as well. P2 ready for him. And Andy Dwyer with a disastrous start here. Brandon up 2 was a stayed in position. And who are the losers of the start? Who are the guys who are in trouble? I think Jalapeno is. In last, can't see any visible damage, but let's keep up front. Where Enz is immediately driving away from Brandon here. Now that's what you call phenomenal pace. And Waza, let's go on board with him. Oh, Marcos just joined. Well, that's a bit late. Ken was no, not able to attack, but he'd be closer. Here we are, Andy Dewar on Alexander. Maybe that was a friendly gesture from a friend by letting him pass to fight for his championship. Oh, Jordan and Racing Ryan both. Sorry, that's Jordan and Alexander, of course. Is Jordan able to pass Alexander? Jordan just, oh, he would love to beat Brandon here tonight. Oh, cuts a lot of the corner. Skazaptis is in the pit. Well, at least you made it third on the last year. Was that? I think he's too far away from Brandon. But Eddie Noir is in a good position for us here. We have no DRS yet. That is for the next lap. So all you have is your slipstream and ERS. Well, we have a yellow and Leif is out. Aye. The virtual safety car is out on track. Neil, wake up. We don't want you to get another drive-through. You've had plenty of it already this season. I'm not even going to talk about previous seasons. Where is Melboy? He's 16. That's not a great start for him. Let's see how the tire situation is. Delta, Neil, Delta. Right, so Leif is out. We have Frisch, who have made a pit stop, is way behind Owada, so he would have loved to have a full safety car instead of the virtual one. But here we are. We are racing again. Green. No. Phew. No drive-throughs for anyone. That's good. Let's go. Meanwhile, ends as a 2-second lead on Brandon. And Annie Dwar is really close to Waza. But not close enough to make a move at Stowe. Oh, Leif, what happened to you? Please tell us, if you're on the chat now. We couldn't see what happened, so please explain. Also, Mikey is already up to P10. Surprised that he started on the softs after not such a great qualifying. Oh, let's switch back front where we have a change for P4 as Alexander is ahead of DTR again. And there's also quite a gap to Waza, so I think DTR made a mistake. Well, Frisch just set the fastest lap time on his fresh softs. You had a good quality. Yeah, sure, a good quality. You was like only a second off from pole. But contact with Skipper. Too bad. Well, Enz improves the fastest lap time. Sets it to 1:35.05. Meanwhile, Reeps is moving up. The young German with a phenomenal week so far, winning 2 races in Formula 2 and his first ever wins. Unfortunately, crashed out early in quali, but he's already up from P19 to P12, and we have another yellow. That is a blue car. I think that is... Aye, that's Jalapeno. Red Bull driver, no front wing left, and he just started a new lap, so he has a full lap to do without the front, and he's going to lose more time. Go back to the front where we see Waza trying to attack Brandon. Oh, there's another yellow. And oh, it's Frisch. Frisch lost it. And now we have a safety car. Oh, ay. Well, I guess Jalapeno will be happy with it. Oh, and this is interesting. Lots of cars immediately pitting. Racing Ryan is continuing, but ends Brendan. Waza. Anidor, Alexander, Jordan, Goon. All are pitting. Mikey pits, Skipper, Smentanka, Sushu. Oh. Sushu is a bit surprised of that. He's on mediums, but what he could do, switch to softs, switch to mediums right away, and you could probably go till the end. No. Frisch, how many laps did you do? 5? Jalapeno enters the pit as well. He'll be happy with the safety car. No, definitely not Frisch's favorite track in terms of results. Alright, but we have an interesting situation here. We have 5 drivers that decided not to pit. Racing Ryan, Gunnar, Reeps, Stoff, and Nelboy. But I'm not sure if it's wise from Racing Ryan as he isn't soft. The other started the mediums, which is a lot understandable to pit, or not to pit. No, according to Brent, you can do 20 laps on soft on this track. Yeah, tire degradation isn't very high, but still, it's a bit of a risk. Jalapeno, Pepper, Is he out of the pit lane yet? Yes, he is, of course. And he's on fresh softs, and he might actually be in quite an advantage here. I think we will have one more lap under the safety car. No one came in this lap. It's just Jalapeno who needs to close the gap. And where we started with 3 Germans at the back, we now have 1 German sitting at home and 2 in the top 4. Sure, they still need to pit, but it's a better position than they were in at start. Right, the field is completely bunched up. Let's hope no one has contact with each other. Especially watching Smetanka here, as he's very close to the car ahead. There's really no need to. Just keep a safe distance, guys, and it's such a shame, because if you make contact with a car ahead, you get a 5-second penalty. The other car gets a pen, and the DTR stewards will give you another huge penalty of 20 seconds anyway for unnecessary contact. So just be smart. There's really no need to, especially when the safety car is not coming in yet. It just announced that it will come in, but still, better to be safe than sorry. Well, let's go up front where we see Racing Ryan, who will lead the restart. Let's watch it from the car behind him. Gunnar in the Red Bull. Is he awake? He is. Oh, and this is a tactical move with the Merck boys. Now, who was in P5, let his own teammate ends past as a perfect teammate he is. Oh my goodness, gets a time penalty. That could really hurt him in the end. And they do this because Enz is fighting for a championship and is up to P4. Gets ahead of Stuff Gamer. Now boy loses another position to Waza. And that means Waza has overtaken Brandon during this whole situation. Oh, Brandon ahead of Nellboy as well. Ooh, Nellboy just keeps losing position after position. Let's go back up front. Skipper gets a time penalty. Here comes Ends with the pass on Reeps. I assume, yeah. Up to P3. And basically the virtual lead, as Gunnar and Ryan still have to pit. Oh, we have a yellow. Oh, Jalapeno again in the pit lane. Oh no, no, Nail boy. Oh dear. Oh. Well, sometimes you have seasons and sometimes you have bad seasons. No, it's neither of them. He has a horrible season. Alright, Back to the action where Brandon is ahead of Stuff Gamer. And the race leader gets a pen and... Oh, and more. He's round. Ryan. Gunnar in the lead now. Ends up to P2, Wessa in P3, Reeves in P4, and Brandon back to P5. Matanka and Skipper fighting here. Ooh, just barely went well here with Alexander and Mikey. And once we see Alexander doing a phenomenal quality, but when it comes to the race, he's having a hard time. Yellow again. Racing right into the pit lane. Who's in trouble? I think Skipper's been in trouble. Oh, Alexander's round. Oh. Careful there with the return to track. Ay. Come on, Alexander. Get your first points today. You deserve it. Gunnar still in the lead. Jordan quietly moving up the field. And with Reeps and Gunnar still having to pit. Oh, another yellow? Yeah, it's Jalapeno again. He is just like he's driving on ice today. He keeps sliding off. Right, Alexander in the pit lane. P16 for him. And is not really able to easily close the gap to Gunnar. And Eduard and Reeps now. The overtake here for the Romanian. Oh, Jordan's trying to follow. Oh, but I think Reeps is round. Ay. Well, ends improved. Fastest lap of the race. It's Reeps that lost the car in a battle with Jordan there. Ooh, goes really wide. Another yellow. And who is it? It's Jalapeno. He's off again. Oh, maybe he caused a safety car. Did he? It's yellow, but it's not fully yellow. Racing Ryan posting the fastest lap now. No, it's cleared, so we continue. And Edouard and Brandon now in the fight. Oh, and Edouard would love to finish ahead of Brandon, who is the championship leader. So if there's one guy you want to finish ahead of, it's him. To make sure you keep your chances of championship alive. He does so and moves up to P4. Which is a virtual podium. Oh, Jordan in trouble? Oh, Jordan is round. Ay. Doesn't have to pit. Aye. And that's bad for his championship result today. Drops him to P14. Gunnar still in the lead, but Enns is clearly closing in today. I'll bet we'll see an overtake on Hanger Straight this lap. Let's go on board. Yeah, if he has a decent exit, it's going to be game over for Gunnar here. Fully opens up ERS, DRS, and Gunnar actually just moves over and says, "This is not my fight. I have to pit anyway." So go ahead, Enns back in the lead. Stuff Gamer is pitting. Mikey round in a battle with Smetanka. Ay. That's a shame because it was really looking good for Mikey there. Loses a few 2 positions, I think. Now has Skipper right behind him. Yeah, actually whole train with Skipper, Reeves, Snowboy, Jordan probably soon too. So far, Enns not really been able to pull away from good. But neither is Waza. Waza is not really closing in. He is slowly but surely, but it's just probably like a 10th a lap, not more. But Eddie Duar is closing in on Waza. And here comes the attack on the inside. Waza is not even defending it, knowing, yeah, anywhere it's just quicker. Was I just hoping to get that podium and just to be flawless for once. Because what are the results from Muscle so far? Was in 8th position, has 2 podiums, 2 pole positions, but just yeah, too many mistakes. Oh, Reeps gets a pen for multiple warnings for track violations. Skipper Mikey still battling. Mikey will be really feeling the pressure here. Oh, and Gunnar finally decides to pit with 10 laps to go? 9. Probably been wishing for a safety car, or at least a virtual safety car to save him a lot of time. Reeps and Nelboy do the same. And we finally have a clean list. Ending the lead, 2.5 seconds on Enidor. Was in 3rd. It was really close behind Enidor here. Brendan in 4th. Goon in 5th. Goonchu, that is. Let's be mistaken with Gunnar. We have Svetanka quite a bit behind, just like Goon is 6 seconds behind Brendan. So the fight for the win is really between 4 drivers. The question is, can Enidor close the gap with Enns and put up a fight for the win? Is Waza able to fight back to Enidor? And can Brendan perhaps profit from a mistake from one of the 3 up front, as they seem just a little quicker? The final question is, how many points is Jordan going to score? Because due to his spin earlier, he's down to P10 and is losing important points in the championship. So, but with Brendan in P4 currently, that would be 12 points. He'd lose 11. So each point he gains from now on will be golden. But it's going to be hard to gain more than 1, probably. Well, perhaps 2 or 3 with Mantanka having penalties. Gunnar picks up a 2nd penalty. With Mikey improving to 8 once again, getting ahead of Skipper. Of course, Goon on much quicker tires than everyone else, but I think the strategy is not in his favor. He's 7 seconds behind Jordan, so all you can do is pull. He needs to pray for a safety car. Because otherwise it's going to be P11 or maybe just a little more. Now with the fastest lap. Good. Show him what you got now. And the war still closing in a little. Gap is on 1.5. And he just wants to peel off a 10th of the lap. And if he does so, he has probably like a small chance to attack on one of the straights near the end of the race. So, was I having a pen? Oh, that's going to throw him off the podium, so it's probably going to be Brandon in P3. And this is what Brandon does, to get championships in, because this guy has won multiple on the past. He just, even when it's not his race, when he's not in the fight for the win, or has been in trouble, whatever, just maximizes. And today he just others were quicker. And he just maximizes and probably gets P3. Although he needs to gain at least half a second on Waza to get it. But even it would be P4, still good bunch of points for him. Mikey and Skipper still fighting for P8 there. Jordan in the mix now. Gunnar is closing in, but still six. Jeez, I can't talk anymore. Still 6 seconds away, despite the much quicker tires. And all the way in the back, we have the two unlucky guys of this season, Nelboy and Alexander. Oh, and Annie Dwyer has a pen as well. Aye. That's as good as a win as it is for Enns now. Yeah, Brett noticed it already. The pen for Annie Dwyer, that's, yeah. Even if he would pass Enns, he's still probably not going to win. And excuse me for a moment, I'll be back with you within 1 minute. Right, here we are back again for the last few laps. Has anything changed? Well, here is the pass for the lead. Sure, and Enz is not really defending hard, and of course he isn't. He has basically a 3-second gap with the penalty from any DTR. But still, now he has to stay within 3 seconds. Just stay close to him. Don't make any mistakes. And you've got this win. How is the penalty situation? Let's have a look on that. Oh, Waza has gained another penalty. Ay. And that's really going to throw him off the podium. Brandon has a 2.2 second margin. What a shame for Waza once again. Jordan won't be happy with it as well, as Jordan is in P10 but will move up to P9 with the penalties of Skipper. And is probably thinking, oh, Skipper, don't make it so hard on me. You've got penalties anyway, and I'm fighting for a championship here. It's a bit of Alonso versus Petrov in 2010. Well, Jordan, you need to make your move. If you want anything more points. But the thing is, with Mikey close ahead, Skipper has a DRS as well, so that makes it really tough to overtake him. So a bad day at the office for Jordan after a mistake early on. What are the other penalties? Fastest lap still for Nellboy in P13. Won't bring him any points. Mikey will do anything he can to stay within 6 seconds of Smetanka to move up a position, but it is now 5.5, so that will be tough. Well, Waza is giving it all to keep Brandon at a bigger distance, but it's 4.2, so he needs another 2 seconds to get on that podium, and I can't see it happening with just over 2 laps to go. So we have Andy DeWar leading. Oh, Mikey and Sushu in trouble. Oh, nice, Mikey, and that will make it much easier probably to stay within the 6 seconds of Smetanka. 5.3, Mikey up to P7, could become a P6. With Jordan still being stuck behind Skipper. Let's have a look. Does Jordan have any damage? It doesn't seem like it, but he's not driving like the Jordan we all know. Also good to know. So those who decided not to pit with the early safety car, you remember those names? Racing Ryan, Gunnar, Nellboy, Reeves, Stuff Gamer. Where are they all now? They're basically from P11 to 15. So the reverse strategy and not pitting under the safety car was definitely not a good choice. They all keep improving fastest lap on fresh tires, but that won't help them. as we are on the last lap of the race. And DTR has a 10th lead on Enns, but that will not be enough to win the race, as he has a 3-second penalty for violating the track limits too many times. But Stuff Gamer keeps collecting penalties. He has 23 seconds now. Final time we go through Maggots and Baggots. Where are the final battles? Wazza and Brandon. Gap is not big enough for Wazza to get the podium unless Brandon messes up and gets a pen. Mikey has... oh, he has just 2 10s. Oh, no, he has enough with Smetanka getting another. And that's what I mean. Penalties came there. So it's Enns winning the race. Ahead of Andy DeWar was a third, but it will drop down to P4 with Brandon crossing the finish line. Yes, Brandon moves up to the podium. Guntje will have a P5. And despite his teammate finishing just behind him, he will move down to P7 as Mikey gets P6. Sushu... Smetanka does stay ahead of Sushu. Jordan gets P9. The skipper picks up the final point in P10. So the guys who were leading for quite a while, Gunnar and Racing Ryan, basically got nothing in return for it. Noble in P for tier 13. Well, it suits him given his season. Reeves in P14, an unlucky moment, ended his race. Alexander already finished. So the last driver to cross the finish line is Stuff Gamer, the German. So in the end, a really poor day for the Germans. 1 DNF and 2 guys in the last positions. Smetanka driver of the day. That's an interesting one. Right. So Enns finally wins the race. Well done to Nathan, winning, I think it's his 3rd of the season. And in DTR with a podium, and both getting points on championship leader Brandon, who, well, he'll be happy with the podium. Still gaining both points on most of his rivals. And we will go through the provisional results. Enns wins and shares the podium with Enidor and Brandon. Wazza, Goon and Mikey complete the top 6. And the rest of the point finishers are Smetanka from Russia, Sushu, Jordan and Skipper. And then we have Gunnar, Racing Ryan, Nellboy, Reeps, Stuff Gamer. And in last position, Alexander. And the non-finishers are Jalapeno, Pepper, Friske Zaptes, and Leith. Right, so that's it for this week's Division 4 race. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, I wanted to make sure, get back next week, because that is when we're gonna see fire. We will be driving on the, well, famous track of Jeddah in Saudi Arabia. And I can tell you, that is going to be chaos. That is going to be crashes. That is going to be safety car city. With that quick and narrow track. We're going to see a lot of spectacular things there. At least that's what I'm expecting. So I hope you tune in next week. But also tune in tomorrow when Division 3 and 6 will be racing. I want to thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Good night. See you next time. Bye-bye.